Hey everybody, KC here. So a friend of mine brought my attention to a piece that was in The Guardian. It was an op-ed piece talking about how Elon Musk is treating his workers. And the basic tenor of the piece is something we've talked about for a long time here on Morning Newsbeat. The importance of treating people like assets, not like costs. And the point of the piece is basically Elon Musk is treating the people at Twitter, the people he's keeping, he's just dumping people and then asking some of them to come back and then imposing new work rules on the people who are staying. He's treating them like costs. He's treating them like functionaries. He's treating them like chess pieces that he can move around the board any which way he wants. The fact of the matter is, that's not how great organizations are run. That is not how companies are going to be successful. One of the lines in the piece says, a large and growing part of the value of a corporation now lies in the heads of its workers. Heads that know how to innovate, know what needs improvement, know where the company's strengths and vulnerabilities are found, and know why the corporation succeeds or doesn't. These are becoming the key assets of today's corporations, human assets that can't be owned as our factories, equipment, patents, and brands. They must be motivated. And that's really, really important. If you don't treat people like assets, if you just treat them like a cost, well, they're going to know it. And they're going to want to go off and be assets someplace else. That's why a lot of people are retiring or resigning from Twitter. They just know this guy's bouncing off the walls. He's being inconsistent. He's doing this here, that there, anything he can do. It all seems like it's played out of desperation to try to keep the company alive. But there seems to be no strategy. It's all tactics, right? And it's all treating people like costs. Any leader of any organization, whether you're the CEO or a store manager or department manager, you gotta look at the people in your organization, however small or large it happens to be, and understand that they are the assets that make it work. And you gotta treat people like assets. Why would you want anybody working for you that wasn't an asset, right? Now, obviously, not everybody lives up to what you want, but sometimes if you treat people like assets, they are actually going to respond. Listen, I have to be honest. I have a bias here. I have a chip on my shoulder about all the organizations I worked at before I went off on my own, where I was treated like a cost and not like an asset. And my internal barometer always wants to feel like I'm invested in the business, and always tried to work that way. But I always knew when I was being treated like a cost. I always knew when I was viewed that way. And when I got the opportunity to move on, to do something different, to try to go to another place where maybe I'd be treated like an asset, or eventually to work for myself, that's what I did. And that's the world we live in today. People wanted to be treated like an asset. They want to feel that way. It's about dignity. It's about self-respect. And quite frankly, it's about advancement. It's about making more money. It's about being rewarded. But it's all about being treated like an asset. And I got to be honest. I mean, Elon Musk, it's unbelievable the degree to which he is treating people like costs. And I think it's going to come back and bite him in the rear end at some point. Maybe it won't. He won't. Maybe he's the richest guy in the world. Maybe it doesn't matter. He clearly doesn't think anything matters other than what he happens to want, whatever his whims are at any given moment. But I have to believe that in the long run, it's not good for any organization when you're rupturing people, you're hemorrhaging people because they're just tired of being treated like just some cost, somebody who can be replaced at any given moment for any given reason. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.